So welcome everyone back to my channel. Today we will be talking about mythological fiction. If you love reading mythological fiction, then you have probably heard the name Kevin Mitchell. He is a popular writer. He has written so many books. Mainly his popular series is Kalki Trilogy series. Today we will be talking about his latest release, that is Narasimha 2. So shall we get into it? So talking about Narasimha series, it is written about Vishnu's avatar called Narasimha. You have probably heard about Narasimha. He has the body of a human and a mouth of a lion, and also the strength of a lion. So this is the unique features of Narasimha. But unlike other avatar of Vishnu's, Narasimha particularly doesn't have any backstories written over here. So his only part in the mythology is that he is the protector of Prahlad and also destroyer of Hiranyakashipu. That's it, and nothing extraordinary about him. So Kevin Mitchell, in this his mythological fiction Narasimha series, that is over here, he has written Narasimha in such a manner that it is a Narasimha character itself, not only Prahlad's protector or only killer of Hiranyakashipu, but lot more. So let's see the story in detail. So quick disclaimer, if you haven't written this book one, then you can skip this video altogether because it will be containing lot of spoilers from the book one. So you have been warned. So let's dive into the story. After killing Andhaka, Narasimha decides that he will lead a life of sage. So he will not fight again and also not show his face anyone else. So he decides to roam around and lead a life of sage. But he meets his old friend named Garuda. But things after meeting him, things doesn't go as planned because he has to follow his old routes back again. And on the Prahlad side, so talking about Prahlad, he is now a leader of Vishnu Sena. You have heard this Vishnu Sena from previous book, that it leads the forces against Hiranyakashipu, because Hiranyakashipu is an evil demon king and he leads the way of the people in distress and cruel way. So Vishnu Sena aims to free all these people. So Prahlad is now leader of this Vishnu Sena and he decides to take over the kingdom. But unfortunately it doesn't go as planned. Hiranyakashipu, who is now currently not in his kingdom, he is ventured out for some reason. So Prahlad sees the perfect opportunity to take over his kingdom. As he was gathering his forces and infiltrates his kingdom, his aunt Holika was waiting on the entrance, and Prahlad sees that his full plan is spoiled. So Prahlad gets captured by Holika and throws in the jail. On the other side, Narasimha also has some face-off against Hiranyakashipu and he also gets captured. So in this case, Narasimha meets the Prahlad for the first time, and after meeting him, he falls great. He respects Prahlad, and he instantly realizes that he needs to save him in all costs. Even though he is the son of a demon, but he doesn't lead the way of a demon. He values peace and harmony, not the cruelty like Hiranyakashipu. So talking about some of the good parts and some of the bad parts of the book. I don't like this part 2 at all, because from all the hype is all this fighting hype and all the hype is gathering from the book 1 to book 2, that fight against Narasimha and Hiranyakashipu. The book in the end, book just 10 fight sequences, just 10 pages or so. Narasimha comes and kills Hiranyakashipu and was gone. End it. So because of this, I don't like this such a book at all. I think the fight sequences can be handled even betterly. But due to some factors, yes, Calvin Missel does follows the traditional mythological killing of Hiranyakashipu, that Hiranyakashipu is unkillable because he has the special armor from Brahma that lets him be super powerful and also unkillable because nobody can kill him during his wearing this armor. But there is a certain loopholes in his armor, that he cannot summon this armor during day or night, between day or night time, between air and ground, and between inside and outside of a room. So Narasimha takes this advantage and kills Hiranyakashipu forever. But this book does follows the same traditional rule, but fight sequence is very much, I don't like it at all. Let me hear about your thoughts. The good part of this book is I like the character development of Holika. Holika is developing from book 1. Holika was a cold-hearted aunt that doesn't show any regards to anyone. But in book 2, she becomes from cold-hearted to very warm and loving aunt. You have to read the full book to learn what happened to Holika and how this transformation is happened. And the bad part of this book, I have mentioned earlier, I didn't like this fight sequence at all from book 1 on book 2. And also I think this book is overstretching because it is part 2 of this book, but Calvin Missel said this is also continuation, meaning that part 3 will be coming out soon. And what will Calvin Missel do in part 3, I don't know, because that traditional killing of Hiranyakashipu is done over in this book, and so there is no Hiranyakashipu. What will happen? And a little disclaimer is that he will fight against Indra also, because you have to read for reasons. You have to read this book to find out why he wants to kill Indra and so. So that's it for today. I will be talking about this book in next video. So this is Preeti Shenoy's latest book, When Love Came Calling. So look out for the next video for get review of this book. So see you in the next video.